You are in control of your day, you are in control of your summer, and you are in control of your life. Let's get it. All right, what is up, guys? I hope you are listening to me, and if you are, shout out to you. I freaking love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing what we ask. That is key. On the topic of that, I'm going to, in the next few episodes here, I'm going to drop a secret incentive. I'm going to drop an incentive for all of you guys who are listening to the Car Groups pod, and you guys are going to get rewarded for it. We might do a raffle, might do some shoes, might do some other stuff. I don't know. But keep tuning in and listening to these all the way through for your chance to win. All right. So we're going to start off with some shout outs. Big day, bug day. Brenton, give me my money. With back-to-back big days. Freaking fire. Good job, Brenton. 8K sold and 9.4K service. Another notable one. Logan got 10K service today, which is fire. Bryce, 8.5K service. You guys are balling out. Super, super cool. Let's see. Spencer Sicca, rookie. He started the end of last week doing 6,931 today. Absolutely incredible, Spencer. Straight out of high school, just barely graduated high school. Unreal. And then we got Aaron Hernandez, 5,040. He just barely started middle of last week as well. Shout out to you, Aaron, right there as well. But yeah, tons of people selling, which is super cool. Another 100K day from the division. So keep it up. All you guys are ripping. Now, one thing I do want to try and focus on is, guys, let's fight for sales. I know you guys are all fighting for sales. No one wants to work for free. No one wants to not get any sales, obviously. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in the division not get a sale today. So guys, try and lock in, do everything that you can control. So when you do have a slow day where you don't get a sale, because they'll happen, you'll have slow days, you can still add confidence from that because you know you did everything you possibly could. So if you're ever having slow days or not getting sales, make sure that you are falling back and looking at what you can control. And that way you can keep your head high. You're not getting down on yourself because you are doing everything that in your power. You're doing your best, which is all that really matters at the end of the day. So, but again, shout out to you guys. You guys are crushing it. Some big numbers here as well. And we will get to a training. Right now, I really want to focus on the process. We have to stay process oriented no matter what time of the year it is, no matter how much success we've had, no matter how much difficulty we've had, you have to stick to the process. Once we lose that, we're gonna have a hard time. Summer might be a little tougher, sales might come a little bit slower, we might have more slumps, whatever it is, let's avoid that. Let's just not go through that at all. Let's not put ourselves through the emotional roller coaster of the summer and go through all of the highs and all of the lows just as hard as the other. Let's stay in the middle and just focus on what we can control and what we can do, okay? So reminding everyone of what the process actually is, okay? In order to get a sale, I first must talk to decision makers. Once I talk to decision makers and I'm doing my pitch, I have to overcome smoke screens. If you're not overcoming smoke screens, you are walking away from sales all day long, okay? Overcome smoke screens. Once we overcome smoke screens, we get our pitch out. Resolve, ace, close. This needs to be part of the pitch. If you guys aren't racking people, you're walking away from sales. You're missing out, okay? That's the difference between an average rep and a bad rep. Bad reps don't overcome smoke screens. They don't overcome objections. They don't rack. Average reps, they're gonna do that. And really good reps are gonna do it at a high level, okay? Though that is the focus that we need to be getting at. And then once you do all that, then you can get some sales. But let's not skip steps. Let's not expect to sell a lot of people when we're not talking to 50 plus people, when we're walking away before people tell us no 3 times, when we're not acing and closing and resolving people really well, okay? So remember, stay to the process, stick to what you can control and track it. Tracking it's really the best way to do it so you can see where you're at, okay? So really, really important. One of the most important things and one of the biggest things that I see when people are not selling is they're just walking away early. And it's really awkward. Guys, you have to overcome 3 smoke screens at least on almost every single person you talk to. Okay, now experienced reps, you can have a little bit better feel of it for sure. Rookies, you don't. I don't care how long you've been selling, you probably don't have a really good idea of who's gonna buy and who isn't because you probably haven't tested the limits of that very much. Okay, once we go a few weeks, honestly months, of pushing the limits, of pushing past no's and pushing people farther and being pleasantly persistent. Okay, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be annoying. You be pleasantly persistent by actually listening to the customer, listening to the reasons why they won't buy, and make it about them, not about me. Okay, we're not there to get a bunch of sales. We're there to help people. Okay, and sometimes you have to overcome a bunch of smoke screens and objections to get there. So do it pleasantly, and things will work out always, okay? But you have to find that line. And then once you do, you're gonna have a really hard sale when people tell you no a ton, and you'll be stoked that you did it. You'll be so ecstatic, and you'll actually start realizing that, hey, these people, when I start pushing past them, they actually do start to have interest. I hear it time and time again when someone's like, no, I don't have bugs, I don't need it, blah, blah, blah. And then you push past the smoke screens, then all of a sudden they go, oh, what do you do for the mosquitoes? Yeah, I have tons of them. Or what do you do for the ticks? What do you do for the fleas? What do you do for the ants? Whatever you do for XYZ thing. And they're actually having a huge problem with it, but they told you no a ton of times before that. Okay. Now, the trick is you have to be consistent with it. Don't just do it for a few doors or your first few DMs and then stop, because every person's different. So remember that. Every person's different. So you need to be consistent in the way you approach it. Keep your standards high. The other thing that I see reps struggle with a ton when they're in slumps, when they're not selling, confidence might be low. And when confidence is low, it's really hard to close. Okay, we don't close our racks. We don't close our aces. We don't ask for the sale. And someone might tell us they have bugs, or someone might be a little bit interested, but then they tell us no, or they need to talk with something or later. We don't push it because we don't push the urgency, because we're scared, because we don't have a lot of the confidence, so we lose sales that way. But also, like, we make it make sense, we resolve it, we ace it, we tell them we'll take $50 off, and then we just sit there, and you don't close. If you don't close, you will not sell. Okay, so we have to be closers. We have to be closing all the time. ABC, always be closing. Okay, so we have to focus on these things. Once we do that, we will be selling. Now, a trick with closing. Sometimes it can be really hard to close when someone's showing zero interest and you think that your closing needs to be, what's your first name? What's your last name? What's a good phone number I can contact you at before I come by? What's a good email I can reach you at? Okay, if they're not interested at all, do not use those closes. I repeat, if they are a hard no, do not use hard closes. That's going to create more buying resistance, and it's going to be really hard to keep going. It's going to be really awkward because you know they don't want it, they know they don't want it, and it's just going to be weird when you assume they do. Okay, so when people aren't interested, use feature closes. So if there's no interest at all, use, hey, would you want me to do the garage as well? It is included. Hey, a lot of people appreciate, they have the sheds in the back, they appreciate that I actually do that for them for free. Would you want that taken care of? Okay, little feature closes to maybe build a little bit more interest, give yourself a little bit more traction, and see what they say. If they say no to that, then keep pushing. Okay, so hard no's mean you need to do feature closes. Soft no's mean we probably should do option closes. We're gonna assume it a little bit more. And yeses, we absolutely need to be hard closing 100%, as well as maybes. If they're a maybe, hard close, don't give them something to think about even more than just if they need the service. Just assume it, make it easy for them, and you will get more sales, I promise. So make sure you're using the right closes, make sure you are overcoming smoke screens, and you guys will sell, I promise, okay? Freaking love all of you guys. We'll catch you on some more pods later. Doses.
'Cause you've been waiting on the next thing I